I did like a year ago, and I have like, bro, I don't know why it's not updating. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to going live. Why is this? What happened? Give me 1 second.
Hello. Blended day. It is what is it? May 3rd, uh 2022, and we are doing episode 11 of Night Kids
11,
After Dark.
12, 10, whatever episode.
42. We're at 42 now. So crazy.
BTG, would you like to do the intro?
Yeah, so first off, welcome to Night Kids After Dark podcast, where we talk about everything under. I said mattress before, but we're gonna go with that. Under the stars. We got a pretty decent show. It's a lot of news that came out over the past week. First off, though, you are hosted by myself, Black and Tie Guy Plays, joined by Professor Daxter and Yano Nick and the lovely Rainbow Kisses. How y'all doing today?
Blended. I'm
We're
doing well. How
doing
about
great.
you?
I'm
Yeah.
still sore. That
Still
surgery
sore?
kicked my butt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week, not just for us in general, but also in the news and just some house cleaning. We've moved to an official Night Kids home for the podcast. I
Let's
hope you guys
go.
enjoy it.
Make
We
sure
need
to
to
follow too. Make sure to follow everybody,
for
please. Thank
sure. We need to get this channel affiliated so we can get you guys some more content to put on there. So we got in the news. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be Brooke.
Oh, the link. Yeah. Oh, fun fact, just for those of you who don't know, when you are affiliated, it is a lot easier to get discovered. So discoverability does help with affiliation. If someone says that it's just the cash or getting cashed out, yes, that is a part of it. But let's be also aware that once you become affiliated, the door opens up to being able to be more discoverable, even though it's not that easy on Twitch.
Mhm.
Oh no, for sure. And then also, if you go into the About Me section, also posted a tip jar. Just so if you guys wanted to donate or support us, you can go in there. It goes straight to our PayPal. Uh,
It goes to my
cause
candy fund, just so everybody knows.
yeah, it goes to our candy fund so we can eat on stream. Um, but that brings me to my first topic. It's a pretty big one. Um, Twitch.
Oh
There,
yeah, yeah.
there was a big leak that came out. Not sure if it's true or not, but this is coming from The Verge. I'll pull it up for you guys in a second, but I'm just going to read it and we'll start talking about it.
This is a huge thing to mention. It is not confirmed by any
It,
means.
it is not.
Not at all.
This is from The Verge. James Vincent says streamers say reported custom Twitch payouts won't go down well. Uh, top Twitch streamers are voicing their anger about reported plans by Amazon-owned platform to boost profits by cutting payouts in its partnership program. As reported by Bloomberg News, Twitch is considering a number of changes increasing the revenue it collects from its most popular streamers. This includes encouraging streamers to run more ads, reducing revenue share for streamers from 70% to 50%, a favorable deal only available to some of the platform's biggest draws, and introducing a new tier system allowing streamers to graduate through different revenue splits based on set metrics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Something I have noticed is that they are. I sat down and I watched 7 back-to-back ads, and in less than an hour later, I watched another 3 to 4 ads. So yeah, something's going down, and I'm not a fan of it. And as someone who, let's say, just watch strictly a viewer, that would make me disappointed very quickly. I get that they want you to support your favorite streamers by subscribing so you don't have to watch ads and so that you can support their channel. But if they're taking more out of what the streamers are getting, which is only $3 out of the $5 subscription, then
Two
I
fifty.
250. Isn't that
Two
wild?
fifty. Yeah. Also, I want to make it very clear because I've already voiced my opinion on this. Um, for me, I have 2 hours is my normal like time frame for my streams, right? And within those 2 hours, I have 6 minutes of ads that I had to run. I do 3 minutes at the beginning, so 7 ads at the beginning and seven ads halfway through. Plus, for some reason there's a mess up in my settings to where I can't stop people. Like if Yano comes in onto my stream, he has to watch like a minute or like two ads or something like that on top of like my pre rolls. It's annoying because if Yano's never seen my content, there ain't no way that he's gonna stick through 7 minutes of ads to give my I could have the best content in the world, but he's not gonna sit through 7 minutes of ad or 3 minutes of ad. No
For
way.
sure. Yeah, that's a problem. Like,
And that's like right now. So they're talking about more. They're talking about adding more ads to now the ad revenue is pretty nice looking from what they've explained. But that's not going to be for everybody, but I'm assuming they're going to expect everybody and their mother to do this ad share. Like everybody's going to have to go through it. Some people are going to like actually make money off of it though.
so my thing is like, all right, so even with people who are like, they're streamers, big streamers, you're talking about taking away what 20% of their income off the break, right?
Yeah.
And then they still got to pay taxes on the rest that they earn. So you're pretty much
Mm-hmm.
cutting their income, like, and that I feel like even though this is a rumor, the only reason it's even being talked about is because Twitch feels like they can do what they want.
Right.
That's the
Well,
only reason why I feel like that.
there is a good part to the rumor though, so I think that it's important that we should talk about that. They're also gonna the rumor league also stated that they're gonna get rid of exclusivity laws, so partners can also stream to YouTube, Facebook Gaming, uh, and all other platforms simultaneously. Because right now you can upload to YouTube, but it has to be 24 hours later, even as an affiliate. But in my eyes, all that does is let me put my foot into another door and eventually get out of Twitch. Because if I had the option, I'm probably like for me right now, it's so hard for me to start over. I already have a fan base. I already have I already have a concurrent viewership of like 7 to 15 people, and me going to YouTube would probably be more beneficial for me in the long run. However, I'm starting over again, and like that's not it.
Do you feel as though you can make that climb again, or do you feel as though it's like, nah,
I mean, I could, but we're talking maybe another year, maybe another 2 years. You know what I mean?
but
Right.
I feel like you have the formula as to what it takes to be a good. In my eyes, I consider you guys to be good streamers. And I'm not just saying that because you're in front of me, but I consider I legitimately consider that you guys put out good content, and that when you do stream and when you are talking to your community, that you're being genuine and that you are here to entertain.
Right.
So I think that be following those same rule sets and applying what you learn, like networking, communicating with the right people, um putting yourself out there in like TikToks or stories or reels or whatever platform you use, just getting yourself out there. That's the hardest part. That's the most intimidating part of being a content creator in my head, for real.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, the tools are there, but even for you, you have a pretty busy, like your channel is pretty like talkative, like you know what I mean, like chat's always moving. Do you think you could go back to not having a chat? You know what I mean?
Uh,
That's the hard part, right?
But do you guys think that your followers or subscribers or community, yeah, that's the word, community, won't follow you to that other platform to get that content?
Maybe
that's
a
a good question.
percentage, but doubtful. Yeah.
If I was migrating to another channel, then maybe. But like if we don't have the exclusivity, I would want to be able to stream on all platforms in order to
Right.
make that money back. You know what I mean? So now I'd be managing not only one community, but maybe 2 or 3 communities like at the same time. So it's
But
like
they all get funneled into a Discord though, so like that's not as bad,
right,
right? Like
but it would take away from your live content.
I don't think so. Well, you can have multiple chats open at the same time. Razkid does it, and he does
Yeah,
it very
Brad
well.
does a very good job
Oh
of it.
shoot, dang.
Yeah.
So props out to
However,
him.
I'm just saying, like, I've seen Twitch mess up so much, and Twitch has given me an opportunity to meet amazing people. So I'm never gonna take that away. However, like, if it wasn't for the exclusivity laws, I would probably already be gone. I would have already been on YouTube. Like, I would have already started. I would have already kept my fan base on Twitter or Twitch, and I would have already started streaming on YouTube and starting gathering a following there. And then, unfortunately, if people follow, they follow. If not, like, it is what it is, right?
So I have one thing I want to share. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of Twitch. I don't think I watch one more than the other. Maybe if I really broke it down to a science, but I watch them equally. And my thing is that Twitch ads are not nearly as bad, or for me, because you know when I watch YouTube with ads, it just seems like those ads are so frequent and long, and at least with Twitch, if you come across a streamer, they can adjust how long their ads are, right? And then really the streamers that really think ahead do those ads like during their intro or early on in the stream, so that later on when you get into the meat of it all, you can just watch the stream and enjoy it. So, realistically, I think right now Twitch has a grasp on the streamer community or enterprise, but I feel as though YouTube is not that far off. And is if you're going to start off, if you're going to start fresh, I think now would be the time to, because, like Professor said, over time, YouTube might be the best move if Twitch doesn't fix things.
I
That's
think that so one of the really important things to talk about is discoverability on YouTube is way better. It's harder to make money on YouTube from the jump because they don't have like an affiliate program, if I'm not mistaken. They just go straight to partner, but you have to have a pretty good following on YouTube to even like consider making income off of it. However, the discoverability on YouTube is far superior than Twitch ever will be. Um, and so with that, it just makes more sense, really. Now, I will say that like the way they run ads, I think that they can improve it on Twitch. Like, I really like when they drop the box down, like they bring the ad up and then drop the box to the corner for like the streamer, so you can still see, you just can't hear. I'm okay with that. But it just sucks because even I've actually looked at my ads and I've set it up to at the beginning of my stream and then halfway through, and it just sucks because like even still it still seems like it runs ads whenever it wants to. It runs ads like when people join the stream when it shouldn't. Like it's just a mess. It's just an absolute mess.
just to share. Rainbow Kisses asked a great question. Do you feel as though your community would come with you over? And I feel as though you guys answered that honestly. And I personally, I I love my community, and I'm going to be entirely honest with you guys. I don't know if everyone it likes YouTube as much as the convenience of Twitch. Twitch is really easy to use, in my opinion. YouTube is easy. Please don't get that wrong. What the challenge is that as a streamer, I don't know if it's as easy to find and participate in activities on, because Twitch has a lot of pro things that you can, like Twitch sings, and then you could do the push-up challenges and all of that. I know YouTube has that, but it's a little bit different and not as simple to organize and do. So I don't
Also,
know.
you can even look at big streamers as like a way of like at the numbers of it. Like when people move over to a different platform, like Ninja, for instance, when he went to Mixer, he went down 30,000 follow, like 30,000 viewership.
It's a lot of people.
Now Mixer wasn't as big or anything like that, so obviously it's a little different. But even still, like, uh, anybody that moves, there's no way that everybody in your community, no matter how big or small, is going to follow over. It's just not going to happen.
Absolutely, I agree.
That's rough. But I mean, hopefully, the rumor that's out there was them just working through stuff, and hopefully they have Twitch streamers' best interest at heart. But we
Hopefully.
shall see.
It's Amazon. Like, at the end of the day, it's Amazon. They're there to make it bottom dollar. You know what I mean?
Comment. As soon
Trying to
as you
be
guys started
optimistic.
talking about this, I was just thinking about like friends that I've had that have worked exactly
Right.
for Amazon. I'm just like,
Yeah.
just
At the
going
end of the
down that
day,
hill.
Amazon, any big streamer that you've ever talked to, like, it doesn't matter. Like, Amazon bought Twitch for a reason. They didn't do it for the kindness of their heart to give the streamer the best work environment ever. They came to make money. Like, they made the bottom dollar. Now, can you do a little bit of both? Yeah, absolutely. But at the end of the day, Twitch has a bottom dollar that they have to meet, and that's what their goal is. Do I think that the 70-30 split is I think everybody should be able to get 70-30. FanHouse gives 90% to their content creators. There's no reason whatsoever that not everybody, affiliates or non, should be not making 70%. It's actually a joke to tell. It actually pisses me off because I hate having to tell my chat to donate over sub.
Oh,
Like, if you want your money to go where it needs to go, if you want to support your content creator of your choice, whoever it may be, don't sub, don't do bits, don't do any of that stuff. Make sure that you're donating through tips and through,
That's true because
whatever.
they take like what, like 50% of it or some shit.
yeah, a
Yeah,
large
yeah. So every sub you make 250 instead of 5. And then you have to worry about a payout of 100. Like,
Oh, that's true.
some content creators will never hit that. Not one time.
That is
When you
very,
say it like
very
that,
true.
golly.
That is very true. Speaking of companies making bad decisions, next
Ooh,
news topic is about Sony.
I got you, rookie.
All right, so
I don't know if this is what I'm thinking it is, but if it is, it made me laugh when I saw it.
it may be. So
Yeah.
this is from Polygon,
Oh,
Austin
never
Gosling.
mind.
So a few months ago, Sony was talking about revamping the whole PlayStation Plus, like and putting it into tiers and stuff. And at some point, I don't know if anybody's been recently trying to renew their PlayStation subscription, but if you bought a code at a discounted price, you would extend the time that way. So you could buy codes for discount, right? To make your PlayStation Plus last longer. So like a couple weeks went by and so many people were trying to extend their PlayStation Plus. Sony ended up disabling subscription stacking.
Oh.
And so pretty much everybody at prepaid cards, they're still gonna work, but not until after Sony finishes their PlayStation Plus tier revamp.
Also, this is not what I thought we were talking about.
Oh, but it on top of that, it's not whatever you paid for. So say if you bought a year of PlayStation Plus, it's not gonna equal a year when you use it after PlayStation Plus changes. It's gonna be like 4 weeks because they're doing it by the monetary value, not by how much time you bought. But anyways, PlayStation Plus is getting an overhaul in a couple months, which makes things a little bit weird. In the meantime, users have noticed that doesn't sound right. Have noticed is that they can no longer add additional time to their existing PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now subscriptions. Now that they've been pointing this out on social media forums, Sony has updated its FAQ to clarify the policy. In the FAQ, Sony says that subscribers to either PlayStation Plus current premium services won't be able to add time to their existing subscriptions, also known as stacking. However, the company also clarified that any vouchers or prepaid codes that players may have will still work, just not yet. These codes will have to be redeemed after Sony moves to its new version of PlayStation Plus starting on June 13th. And on top of it, they came out with a chart so you can figure out exactly how much time you're going to get. So like,
Yo, Sony's so greedy. I've owned both sets of consoles, both next gen. It did, like, Sony makes some good single player games, but man, do they have a crappy platform.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think this is more of a big deal because, like, just because, like, Sony, like we're just mad at a thing because it got blown up. Because like I think like looking at it, I guess PlayStation Now kind of has it worse off, but 1 month of PlayStation Plus voucher still gets you 31 days. So it's kind of the same, but then
I
I
think
guess
the issue is like the stacking issue. Like when Xbox or when Microsoft like really vamped up Game Pass, they did basically they got rid of Xbox Live and they kind of
right.
conjoined Xbox Live with Game Pass, and they let you stack. So if you already had the Xbox Live, it already added to your Game Pass, and then you could pay for Xbox Live because it was cheaper at the time to get more Game Pass time once it converted over. So like I got like 5 years of Game Pass
Wow.
because I went Xbox Live for like 5 years. Like it shouldn't be. This should not be an article. Like this is Sony being stingy.
Yeah, but see, so like kind of like looking at it. So like if you're getting Sony Essential, the times match up, which is pretty much what you have now is PS Plus Essential. Not
Mhm.
sure, but because they got extra and then they got premium. So when you try to use your voucher for premium, it cuts down the time. But
Oh,
what I have heard with the premium thing, this is another thing with Sony. They've actually made it mandatory for any game that's gonna cost over, I want to say it's $34, has to have a 2 hour demo associated with it.
I love
what?
that.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
So any game that's gonna be published on PlayStation Store, if it costs more, I want to say it's $34, has to have a
Oh,
demo that's 2 hours long.
I don't
that
care
Oh,
about the
you
2 hour
do
part, but
that.
I do care about the demo part. I think demo.
Mhm.
I think every game should have a demo.
And I think that's what the PlayStation Premium. If you're on PlayStation Premium, you get access to all those demos, so
Hmm.
you're able to try those games. But I guess we're really gonna see how it works because I mean, if they had a 2 hour demo for Elden Ring, I'm pretty sure somebody could
could
probably
be the
beat
game.
it. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, the big thing is like, how does this develop? How does this affect the developers?
A lot more time for
Yeah,
sure.
because
Well,
they have.
it
Go ahead.
depends because it would be really what would be really cool is if you have a game like Elden Ring, for instance, and you beat the first boss in the 2 hours or whatever, if you happen to or whatever, and then you end up buying the game and you just carry on progress. If they can carry on progress, I'm happy. That would be cool.
So I think
So,
that was one of the things that they were talking about is they don't know if that's going to be the thing because like
'cause that
not
wouldn't be that hard for developers. I don't think they would just time gate.
I mean I guess it depends, right? Because if you're doing a 2 hour time gate, right? Some of these games a tutorial takes 2 hours. So I'm not going to decide whether I want to play the game based off the tutorial. So they might select a section of the game because I want to say like they might cut their own section of the game for you to play it so you can experience it better within those 2 hours. And then you're pretty much starting from scratch. But I guess it really depends on how the developers are going to do it.
I mean, even like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like the Assassin's Creed series, like if you do everything in like the starting area, you can get like an hour or an hour and a half pretty easily. And that's just a tutorial, but it still lets you know what the game's about and how it feels. So, like,
I am. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you
oh
off.
no, that's it. I'm sorry.
I am curious. Two things. One, how many people left PlayStation or has chosen I don't want this service anymore and walked away from PlayStation. I'm curious to see those numbers. And secondly, it sounded like Rainbow Kisses was saying something in regards to this because, as I know, she also is a PlayStation subscriber. Not sorry to put your business out there like that.
I said something.
Uh, I could be wrong.
um, I mean, it doesn't.
So the
I
thing
hate
is
to be
like,
that guy to say it or that girl to say it doesn't really matter to me because I'm pretty sure they're still going to keep that, make it where you only get that cloud backup if you're subscribing. So I mean, people are going to still subscribe. It's just a matter of what tier they're going to get. So at that point, it just doesn't matter to me.
to be honest, it doesn't matter because I think the premium subscription is $63 a year. You're already paying $60 a year. Who's
Yeah,
not going to play the extra three? And it's Sony. Like they
yeah.
already know, like, hey, you have our console. You want to play online? You're gonna buy PlayStation Plus. It's
I mean,
whatever.
let's be honest. The damn PS5 was so hard to freaking get. Who's gonna be like, yeah, Sony made a bad decision. I'm done. Like they're gonna pay the hell out of that thing until
Yeah.
it breaks down, and then maybe they'll say they're done.
Well, that's the thing though, is it's like
Oh,
future. It's console proofing, right? What you do now affects the entirety of the country, the company later,
I was about
right?
to say the country. God,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Asian
Sony really do
country.
be running it. No, but seriously though, like, uh, that's why Xbox had such a hard time. Like, they really had to change a whole bunch of stuff with Phil Spencer because they've got such a bad taste in the mouth because of the 360, and that's why the Xbox One did so poorly. Um, but now, like, I actually sent a link. It's actually the highest sold console this year in the
What,
first
the
quarter.
Xbox?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's the most sold console in the first quarter.
It's
Who saw
also
2
which
easier to
console?
get.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
isn't
it's easier to get, but
It's
Oh, easy.
definitely easier to get for a
Oh yeah,
person who's
to get
bought
an Xbox.
several consoles for several people. I've had an easier time to secure Xboxes than I have for PS5s.
Oh
And
yeah,
I've
I
done a
would
total
agree.
of 12 consoles,
yeah,
2 Xboxes, and 10 PS5s. So,
Oh wow.
she
Yeah,
hustling over here, guys. Calm down.
Uh,
yeah. I always see Xbox consoles on the shelves. Like that
I mean,
doesn't
I see
mean
the
that.
Series S, but this is Series X, so it's a
Well,
little different.
see, yeah, I
But,
think that's what helped them though. Like that
oh yeah,
Series S
Series
and the
S
Series
really helped.
X.
Yeah,
It would actually, excuse me, actually made a big difference because I mean, as far as like digital and non-digital version of PS5 was like, well, they're kind of the same thing. So
did you hear? I don't know if we want to segue into this, but this is what I thought we were talking about. Sony, I think it's Sony. It might be both Microsoft and Sony. They're talking about adding advertisement to games.
yeah, you know what?
what?
I'm glad you brought that up because I
You know,
did want to add that, and I read this earlier in the week and I forgot all about it.
we
So
don't know anything about it yet, like what that entails, but that could be like a sprite, billboard on a thing. But then we're talking about games from like the Middle East, the Middle East in like the 1400s. So
yeah, Ricky said as long as it's a billboard. So
Yeah.
and so here's the thing. I am okay with the ads as long as it's not like mobile ads where all right,
yeah,
watch this ad for 30 seconds before you can continue.
Oh, that's the
Now,
worst.
if it's okay, say I'm playing Madden or NBA 2K and they're putting ads on like the Megatron and stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
for
to
sure.
me that
Yeah,
feels more realistic and I'm
yeah.
100% okay with it. Uh
It's just
but
how intrusive it's going to be is really the question.
exactly, because if I'm playing like God of War Ragnarok and Kratos throws his axe,
A
and while he's
Trojan,
throwing it, yeah,
a
that
Trojan
fucking
commercial
Trojan
comes
ad
up.
Yeah.
pops
They're
up,
gonna have a random person come up and talk to you, tell you about a product.
Hey, I know you're playing your game, but hold on a second, I got something for you.
right?
But no, like it definitely depends on how intrusive it is. But I will say, like, it depends on how many games they do it to, because I swear to God, if I pay $70 for a game for a Trojan commercial to come up halfway through, I will scream boycott. You have no idea.
Yeah,
Why'd you pick that specific brand?
I don't know. It fit. I
They're
think
specialized for me. I don't know.
Why not Goodyear?
Goodyear. I mean, that would make working like Forza and stuff.
That might work in some games.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think if they do specialized ads, it's whatever. Like you said, it's even helps with immersion. But
So,
But if
it,
so what?
but if I get some ad about some medicine talking about side effects, may be
Oh
bloody
no.
asshole, shitting yourself, and death in the middle of
sign
playing
me
like
up.
Animal Crossing, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fun fact: we are talking about how we would see it being acceptable and what we would not want to see in the game. These ads. But what about if they do it in a complete terrible way? Are you going to boycott and stop playing games from the company, or are you going to stop playing games of that particular you know, what's the name
It,
of it?
is this a Sony thing? Is Sony
I don't
talking
know if
about,
it's a
or is this
Sony
just a
or
video
both.
game thing?
I don't. That's what I don't know. But I will say it. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's going to be on the game developer's choice, if that's a thing, or if it's going to be from the. If it's like a wall thing. Like GTA is a perfect example. But it's crazy that we talk about this when it shouldn't even be a thing. Like
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
If they
yeah.
start adding ads, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably gonna stop playing. I am that person that does not like ads and will subscribe to a Twitch channel because I don't want to watch ads. Like Hulu doesn't have ads for me. I just can't do
Can you
it.
imagine
Netflix
if
is
you had to buy a game and subscribe and follow to not have ads in it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, even Netflix is adding ads after all this time.
And
So
I'm probably not gonna be able to do that either.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy that Netflix is adding ads.
yeah. There's no reason for it at
Adding
all.
I mean, they've already broken their promise about, not leaving shows half-assed. So, I mean,
Mood.
it doesn't even matter at this point. So their whole premise was, to give us shows and finish the stories all the way through. And then some of them they just cut, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you said you was gonna finish these stories, but you didn't finish it.
What
So
show, for example?
it's in my head. I can visualize the characters. I don't know what it is.
Is it
Also,
animated?
Um,
Ozark is one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. By the
oh
way, just want to add
yeah,
that.
that
Season came out for that, right?
the new episode, yeah, it came out. But yes, Netflix adding ads. Ads are bad. Speaking of bad ads,
Segues.
I love the segues.
The Verge came out with this article. So tone deaf Samsung ad is a reminder that smartwatch safety still has a way to go. All right, so originally had the ad to play. Samsung took this ad down so
Oh,
quick because it was so bad. Like literally, the ad had like a whole bunch of women getting ready at 2 a.m. to go out for a run and checking their
Oh
watches
no!
and putting their headphones on because they have their smartwatch on and they feel safe. And it just rubbed everybody the wrong kind of way. Like, well, let me read some of the article. So Samsung is under fire for a recent ad depicting a woman wearing a Galaxy Watch 4 and Galaxy Buds running alone in the middle of a city at 2 a.m. Critics have called the ad both unrealistic and tone deaf. In the wake of a murder of Ashley Murphy, a 23-year-old who was killed while running in January in Dublin, Ireland. The ad is oblivious to the dangers of nighttime running, but that makes sense since many smartwatch makers don't seem to understand how their limited safety features may fail runners. Samsung has since apologized for the ad, telling BBC Radio 1 that it hadn't intended to be insensitive to ongoing conversations around women's safety and that the Night Owls campaign was designed with a positive message in mind to celebrate individuality and freedom to exercise at all hours. Samsung's intent is understandable. The ad is meant to highlight how easy it is to use Galaxy devices together and empower users to leave their phones at home. For many people, especially runners, it's a major draw for an LTE enabled smartwatch. But
Oh, you
yeah,
can actually leave your phone at home. That's crazy, actually.
well, I mean, you could do that with any
you do
smartwatch
that
as
with the
long as it,
Apple
I
Watch
don't
too.
yeah,
have smartwatches, so
as
Just
uh,
long
for
as it
those,
has LTE and you pay for the service.
I
just
will
for those.
say I don't think that I would never imagine that it was made in ill intent, but I feel like somebody at the board had to have had to catch that at somewhere down that line. But I agree with Samsung. I don't think it was like meant as like ill intent. It was just not well thought out.
It wasn't, and it was a bad ad at a bad
We
So
all
time.
want somebody on the board to catch these things, but
Oh,
they
absolutely.
don't.
Also, I didn't know anything about Ashling. Is it Ashling?
Ashling Murphy, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
So, as a heads up for those of you who haven't seen the commercial, I posted in the Discord, and
Oh, you
if you,
found it?
yeah, I found it. I just watched it, and it is so
Where'd you posted it? In
in
Let's Talk?
the podcast Discord.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. It's probably
Or
still on YouTube.
they took it down off of the main YouTube page.
Yeah, but somebody was like, "Nope, not today."
It's right below that. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Look at this, ads everywhere.
everywhere. Oh my
So
god.
they have. Oh, they do have it. Wait, Samsung still has it up?
I
I don't
respect
have
that.
words.
I respect that.
That's
Never
how
back
they
down.
draw you in while you're on their site. Look at some new products.
That's how they get you.
Everyone's got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the House of Hell. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
Sleep at night. Run faster.
So this came out around the same time. Someone had been murdered
No, so Ashley Murphy was murdered back in January,
in January.
but then this ad came out recently. And it's only April.
Man, what a dream! Look at. Oh, I was gonna say, look, it's only women outside, not a single man, just like harassing them or
Outright,
anything.
like, because yeah,
Where's the cat collars? Where's the stairs?
The stairs.
Yo, what's
your
up, Brock?
smartwatch will make it okay to run
Yeah.
at night.
It actually is a repellent. That's what they didn't say in the ad. It actually repels people.
It kind of came off weird, like to me, just like, hey, women don't have common sense, so they run at 2 a.m. Like that's how it felt to me.
See, for me, it didn't. I didn't catch any of that. Like, it
I
just
wouldn't
was
even
like
run
a
at 2
normal ad to
a.m.
me.
The fuck? Like seriously, I'm not going running at 2 a.m.
I mean, it depends on your neighborhood because I've ran at 2 a.m. or sorry, not 2 a.m. but I've ran late at night in the a.m.
You got them renegade deer in your neighborhood. I would.
That's
Hell
our
no.
biggest issue. We got coyotes and foxes and all
We're fine
deer.
though. Yano fist fights coyotes for fun, so we're
Not
chilling.
intentionally.
No, but like for me, even watching the ad, I never really saw the ill intent from it. It was just, I think
Yeah.
once somebody says something, then it kind of like expounds. Like, I
It's
feel like,
legit weird that all women are running at late hours in the night.
yeah, that's a
hey,
little
if you're a
weird.
predator, the women are running at 2:00 at night. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? Like there was this
No.
one dude. Dudes
Yeah.
get beat up at 2 a.m. too.
Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy.
factual. And get their
To be fair, even her neighborhood looked a little sketch. Like,
it's not
looking at
safe
it,
for
you know what I
anyone
mean?
to be
Like,
running at 2:30 in the morning.
funny enough, actually, I went to the gym 2 days ago, and there was some like really creepy guy just like not working out and just standing around like a couple of these girls. So I like put on my phone. I was like, "Hey, do you want me to like wait until you're done so I can walk you out?" And then they were like, "Yeah." And so yeah, so I guess it happens anywhere, but
Yeah, no, for sure, it definitely does. Next news topic. This is from
Not
is
The
it
Purge.
Kotaku? It is from The Purge. No, The Verge.
The Purge.
No, this is from Kotaku by Ari Notice. Nintendo Switch Sports is solid fun that will ruin your friendships.
Yo, I would love to ruin some friendships.
Yano
with this game.
streamed it yesterday.
What?
Yeah, it was
I watched.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh my god, you have it?
I enjoyed the
wanna-
game very much.
Oh no.
I don't have the money right now, but I do want to get it because I think it would be a lot of fun, especially like
All right, cancel the
Community?
podcast. I'm coming over right now.
Fun fact is only $39 as well, so it's not a full 60.
chat. Send me $40. My PayPal's in a month. Never mind.
So I am definitely I'm gonna get this game.
Same.
Just because I just need another drunken party game to have, and
fun
this
party
fits the
game.
bill perfectly.
Wii Sports
and-
was so fun. Well, like, there's not a complaint about Wii Sports, man. It was so fun. Like, Switch Sports, just it looks better. It looks like it plays better. Like,
I
Oh,
do.
Lily got it too. Oh,
Yes, you posted on Twitter. Fun fact, couple of fun facts actually. What makes this game so freaking awesome is the more that you play, the more you win. Like whenever you win at a game, it's just like, oh, we see you winning at this game. Well, we're gonna put you against people that are winning just as much as you, and then you're like, oh snap, they're really good at this game. What is going
Wait,
on?
so is the online already out?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it's a
Ooh.
ranking system, and
Also,
What? Why are you
Yeah.
laughing?
I was watching Yano play bowling, and they have like the extreme bowling to where there's like little things in the way, so you have to like curve the ball. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? This isn't bowling. He's like, how do I do
So
this?
Yano is a pro at bowling. Bowls what every Friday almost.
And it was,
Friday we going bowling.
and the funny part was,
See?
is like I saw him like get last place or like close to last place, and then some dude was literally like curving the ball like this, like
Oh Lord. So
yeah.
what games are on there? Like what modes?
Great question. So they took out boxing and baseball, both gone. And I don't know if baseball's coming back, but golf
Golfing
is
is.
supposed to come out in autumn. Yeah. And for sure we lost boxing, and I'm almost positive we lost baseball permanently.
But we got they added the like the sword fighting.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did. They brought that back from Wii U Resort Sports or something or another. And we got badminton, tennis, volleyball, which is fun, soccer, which is really fun. I actually enjoy. It's like Rocket League, but you're actually playing. We're just playing football. You're playing for real football. That's what you're doing. So great games, actually. I feel like I'm missing one though.
On man. Yeah, I gotta come try it. Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna buy it. I already know. So let
Yeah.
me just go ahead and
I'm just
turn
waiting
my
on my
system
chat
on
to
and
love me enough to send me $40 so
order
that I
this
can get
now.
it.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be
A
a
great
night
party.
kids game night type thing.
And it's healthy for you. You get up, you get moving, you sweat a little bit, like, you know?
Get to drink a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kids
I
get to
know what to
drink a
tell
little
my
bit.
mom I want for Mother's Day.
It's a great gift, actually.
Drinking or sweating or
The gay.
oh, gotcha. Just trying to get on the same
Mm,
page.
oh. So speaking of game nights and Friday night bowling with Yano, what are you guys doing this Friday?
I'm going bowling.
Not going
But
to see that movie that's coming out.
what
Oh,
movie?
what movie?
Oh, is that this Friday?
It's actually Thursday night, but yes, Friday.
I need to get my
So,
ticket.
yeah,
I'm gonna see it next week, probably Monday.
this is a teaser.
No.
I don't know if any of y'all have seen it yet. Have y'all seen it yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So I'm not gonna even say what it is, and then you tell me what it is.
That's a man. Is that dreadlocks? That's a man with dreadlocks. What that is.
Oh snap!
Did you catch it?
I
No,
missed.
redo it. Restart it. I know that they have like evil Doctor Strange, right? I don't know his name.
Now wait 1 minute. Was that the
Did you catch it?
professor in the chair?
Did you catch it? Rainbow caught it.
Two
Rainbow
things.
caught it.
Oh, I'm drooling. It's not only that. Did y'all see the
Did you
shield?
see? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, go back.
Hey,
The shield.
finish what if? Finish.
Wait.
What
Is
if?
that
Oh
X?
wait, is it the shield from What If? Oh, it is.
Oh,
I feel like now I need to go watch What If because clearly I'm missing something.
my
My gosh.
That's
There's
a
two
British shield.
things in this. Maybe
Oh,
three, to be honest with you.
boy, where's it
I
at?
feel really dumb. What is happening? Dumb it
Oh,
down.
You didn't see the professor in the chair
yeah.
rolling up?
They do it so quick.
They
Why
do
is
it
it
No,
so
you're
quick?
talking about X-Men, right? Like,
Okay, so
Oh,
or am I dumb?
two teasers in here. I am talking about that. That
I'm
was
so pressed right now.
what's her name?
Oh, this
Captain
is their way of
America's.
adding.
That was Captain America's wife when she became Captain America.
Right, that I did know.
That shield, and then the big teaser is Professor X. But not only is it Professor X, but he has a yellow wheelchair, alluding to the 1995 comic book or TV show X-Men, that Professor X.
Why am I so
So
pressed?
So the fact that his wheelchair is yellow is a big thing because his wheelchair wasn't yellow in any of the old X-Men movies.
None of them.
So this is definitely
In the
Patrick Stewart.
past. Is this in the past then?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
going to the
This,
No,
past?
this might be a
no.
new world.
So I don't know if y'all know about the Illuminati, but the Illuminati is like
Thank you so much, Misty, for the follow.
this is the Illuminati in the background. And supposedly, yeah, like it's supposed to be Professor X from oh, there's the yellow chair. I got it.
Oh.
So this is
Oh.
obviously a Professor X from another universe.
Right.
And then
Well, they're alluding to the multiverse. That means that we're gonna get Logan and all them too, and like the actual.
not necessarily because Professor X never had this yellow chair, so this just opens up for a new world of X-Men altogether.
I'm so
Gotcha.
pressed.
But yeah, it's pretty
This is
epic
all
that they
coming
did
out
that.
in this new film.
It is.
And you're going bowling, imagine.
Well, I guess
My
I'll be
God, I might
going
have.
to see it. Maybe not
Yeah.
I
this
gotta make
weekend,
some
but
calls.
soon.
Yeah, I'll probably go see it. I'll probably go see Monday.
Yeah.
I already got my tickets. I'm seeing it Friday. So.
I live in a small town, so I'm not worried about like seating. I just pay my $30 and go.
So if you
Yo.
guys do see it,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll give it
we
2
shall
weeks.
talk about.
Yeah, we
2
can give
weeks
it
to
like
talk
2
about
weeks.
it.
Yeah,
I like
give it.
that. That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
When's
no,
Mother's Day? I need to probably talk to my mom about that.
It's
When's
this
Mother's Day?
weekend. Saturday, I think. Or
wait, what?
Sunday. Mother's Day is this weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I don't keep up with any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's so
It is.
bad.
It is. Hopefully, you all
Sunday.
got your mother some gifts.
I gave
Yeah.
her a child,
You
and that's
ingrates.
enough.
My mom's been
Ingrates.
hinting that she needs new shoes, so I've already ordered them.
Oh, what kind of shoes?
She really loves New Balances, so I ordered her
Yeah, I
some.
respect that. Yeah, my mom keeps sending in another kid, and I'm just like, you got one. There you go.
And I think last news article for the day for real. This one's more for fun. It is from the Takeout, which is freaking. It's pretty dumb, but I thought it was kind of funny. Your server never wants to hear these jokes again. And I was just thinking about jokes that I hear when I am out at restaurants, and they are pretty cheesy. And I think my most hated one is, "What's the damage?"
What's the damage?
My favorite one, I've always loved this one, and I don't know why, but anytime something doesn't scan at a store, I guess it's free.
I hear that one often.
I guess I get it for free.
It's such a dad joke.
I know, I love it.
Clearly, we hated it.
It's the excitement on the people's faces though when they say it that's like so hilarious.
What's the best part is that I love to people watch, and her face is literally like, ha ha ha, I hate it here, kill me, please.
This one is like this joke says, if your server's name is Delilah, do you really need to make a "Hey there, Delilah" joke?
Oh.
Okay, I do that. I can't help it.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, mine is like, how is it in New York City? And then they either get it or they don't.
And then the hold up, I didn't order that. And then just kidding, I did. Oh, wait, I thought that guy was paying.
Oh.
Just put it on his tab. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's the next one. I thought this one was on you today. Like, oh my god.
So my question to you guys are, if you're going to tip well, is it okay to still crack these jokes or crack your level of joke or
Is
no?
it?
I think
Is
it's
it?
fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with jokes. I think that it is what it is. Like, I've gotten so, I think it's something that you become so accustomed to that it's just like, haha, and then roll off the shoulder. I don't think
Nah,
anybody
for
like
sure.
genuinely gets mad about it. So
Yeah, I feel like you only do these bad jokes if you had a good time anyway. So
Right.
like I was a waiter at one point. So whenever somebody would make these jokes, I'd be like, all right, well, I did a good job. Because they would not be joking if I did.
True.
Oh, I guess I'll be washing the dishes. That's the worst one.
I many dishes do I have to wash?
Mm.
Right. What's the damage? You said that.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
don't know
good.
about jokes about COVID. I don't think we should like do that, but
Too soon.
Oh yeah, I was about to say this one's in bed. Don't worry, it's not like we have COVID or anything. But do you? You might.
right.
You
Hey,
just might.
terrifying
How do they
Yeah.
say that with a straight face?
with a
How
straight face.
do
Uh,
they?
uh, 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 uh.
Like it's just dad joke city. Well, I think
Oh man.
we
Yo.
have one more segment to do.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
let's go.
Notes.
I don't
God.
have gym
One more segment.
So
So
I
if you
guess
guys,
we are getting to the pot of gold, huh?
what is that? What is that, Rainbow Kisses? What is the pot of gold? Tell me.
So the pot of gold is where me, Rainbow Kisses, asks you guys questions that are brought to us by our viewers. We don't have questions from our viewers today, so haha, you got my questions.
The below the belt questions. I don't want to talk
Below
about
the quilt?
They're
it. Yeah.
not below the quilt. All right, so I have 3 questions for you guys.
I'll snap. We even got like an overlay. That is bright.
Ooh, I love this.
It's giving me a seizure.
Sorry, chat.
Sorry.
Deal with it. We might have to turn that one down to just about like 18 notches.
That is super
I'm in Nintend. I'm in Nintend. Yeah.
The sound is louder than everyone. Oh no. That's so loud.
Is there a sound? Oh my god. I didn't know
It's
there
so
was a sound.
loud.
There's a
My
sound
bad,
for
guys.
this.
There shouldn't even be a sound.
First, you blind them, and then you make them deaf.
It's Rainbow's fault. Blame it on her.
I didn't do anything. I had no parts. All
Yo,
right.
while we're waiting on the sound to go down a little bit, I did legs yesterday, but my arms hurt so bad today. I
Oh
don't
no.
know why. Yeah.
Oh, the sound should be muted now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It froze
So,
weird.
my first
Oh, I
question for
froze it.
you guys doesn't matter who answers first. Name one of your ticks and why. So, something that drives you absolutely crazy.
I hate when people give up too early or are super negative. I just can't stand it. It doesn't help the situation. It doesn't help the people around you. And to make it 10 times even worse, you can easily influence someone with your negative vibes. Keep that over there so that the rest of us can kind of get through our days with some level of positivity.
Go ahead. I had to think.
I gotta think too. One of my
I think.
biggest
Oh.
ticks. Uh,
Doesn't
I
have to be
think
the biggest one, it could just be one.
okay. Well, one tick I have is when I put something somewhere and somebody moves it and they put it away in a completely different place that doesn't make sense.
Uh, an example,
Like
like
if
your key.
I no, oh shoot, keys too. But either way, so like if I took my screwdriver out and I put it on the kitchen counter, right? And then someone takes it and puts it in the drawer in the kitchen where all the junk stuff goes. And I come back and it's gone, and I'm like, huh, where's this screwdriver? I put it here because I was gonna need it later.
The alcohol beverage, obviously.
Yeah. And then when they don't know where they put it, that's what really ticks me off.
It goes on the counter where the food goes. Is it just to confirm?
Well, I got a huge island, so like,
Oh,
yeah, it's
He got
he
that. He
got
got that
money,
huge
y'all.
island money. He got that huge island money.
We got money.
Now,
Oh no.
I have two. So one of them is when whenever I buy something for me, like food, and people eat it. I hate when people like if I buy a sweet, I'm like, because I don't eat sweets a lot. Like I don't like if I buy a bag of donuts, I don't eat them in setting. Like I eat them over like a week or whatever. And I hate when people are like, "Oh, I didn't know you were still eating those." I was like, if I would, oh god, I hate it. But I think one of my biggest ticks is when people complain. People don't put in any work at whatever they want to do or be successful at, and then get upset because they're not successful at it. You know what I mean? Like if you complain about not being buff, for instance, but you don't actually put in the work at the gym, or if you're not like successful at streaming, but you don't put the work in at streaming, you know what I mean? And then complain about it. I can't stand that. Just whatever it is, like do it with passion, do it with pride.
Get that.
Rainbow, do you have
That
one?
food one is a big one.
The
for me
food
too,
one
though.
is
Yeah.
man.
Cause like I literally, cause I buy like I'm gonna say I don't drink soda really, and I don't eat sweets, so I buy diet soda,
Mhm.
and I buy diet Dr Pepper cream soda to be specific. And this just happened yesterday. I put one in the fridge the night before because I was like, I'm probably gonna want this tomorrow when I eat dinner. And I go in there and I'm
Oh no.
like, where the?
The
She's
worst is
yeah,
the
she's just
absolute
like, yo, I didn't know you were gonna drink it.
the
And I was
absolute
like,
worst is leftovers. I can't stand going out to a restaurant, getting some leftovers, and then taking it home. Really excited to get home the next day to eat it, like after work or whatever it is, and it's just gone. Oh, I can't do it. I hate it.
Yellow
I
point
started buying two of stuff because you're not finna eat my stuff and then tell me it was just okay. Nah.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No. What about you? What's your tick?
It's probably literally that food thing. Like I probably have that conversation more than once a week. Like, why did you eat my stuff? And be like, oh, you was taking too long to eat it because I'm pacing myself. Like, don't touch my stuff.
Are
nah,
you
yeah.
assuming how slow I eat? Is that what you're doing right now?
It drives me crazy. Like, just because I don't go through my stuff like you do, that doesn't mean like it's
Pace
there
is
for
the
you to
worst,
take.
man. Pace is the worst.
And my other pet peeve is when people want some of my food.
Oh, and if you touch my plate, I'm smacking your hand. I don't care. I don't care how big you are. I don't care what you look like. If you touch my plate and take something off my plate, I'm smacking your hand. I don't care.
Why do
Oh,
people
I
do
had
that?
that happen on a date. It was the worst.
Wait,
Oh,
you had a dude do that?
It was a girl.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Nonetheless, it was still a
That
date.
makes
And she decided to stick her fingers in my plate.
It's a woman
That
thing.
bothered me.
Yo, it's a woman thing.
It's a 100%.
Never seen a man do it. Not one time.
so
My
you don't
mom
want
does it to this
maybe
day, and I
about it.
smack the crap out of her hand like every time.
Like I literally will like
Oh, that looks good.
like with my wife, I literally be like, I'll go buy something, and I'll be like, "Do you want one?"
No,
She'll be like, "No."
nah,
I'll be
I'm
like,
good.
"Are you sure you don't want one?" Yeah, I'm sure. And I'll get it. Like, say it's a smoothie or something. Can I get a taste? No, you
Yeah.
can't. I asked you if you wanted your own. You could have tasted that one. I don't care what you do with the rest. I want my whole smoothie.
Yeah. I don't want your
That,
grimy hands and mouth on my food. Get out of
it
here.
happens all the time. I still love her though.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna say it.
No, do it. Say it.
He said he doesn't want the grimy hands and mouth on his food, but he'll take the grimy hands and mouth on. But you know what? That's another conversation for another time.
I feel like I'm being
Yeah.
attacked. I don't even know what it's about. I thought it was like a don't use lotion thing. I got
Wait, what?
Wait,
people.
wait.
My
You
no
just
no no
making
no.
it
My
worse.
my mods duo code. Well, duo is not like a mod, but duo code and rainbow roasted me because I was like, it took forever for me to get a water bottle, right? So I finally got a water bottle, and then I don't even know what brought it up, and they're like, "You need to use lotion more often." I'm just like, "What? What are you talking about? I ain't ashy. Like I'm
These were ashy.
nah."
Go ahead, tell them about your cast iron pan too.
Yo, I got smooth ass hands. like I have smooth ass body parts. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know, whatever. They just like roasting me. It's hurtful. I think it was
Parts
therapy
are
because
smooth.
of it. Yeah, all of them, every one. Don't you pause me, rookie? I'll fight you too. I don't care.
All right, next question, Rando.
Yo, it's funny.
My next question is, what are your thoughts on monogamy versus being non-monogamous?
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
Such a weird word. I love it.
I feel
I mean, I think everybody has their own opinion. Like, I think everybody.
No, which is why I want to hear you guys' opinion.
I would say, like, if I lived in another world, I would probably be polyamorous. Or what's one? Poly, right? One.
That's monogamous.
Yeah. I want to be polyamorous. I want it the multiple.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, when you're saying with multiple, professor, does that mean of all genders, or is that just saying
I mean,
you're
a melding pot. I suck at relationships. I've always sucked at relationships. I just don't. I get bored really easily, like really easily with just a lot of things. That's why I can't finish a game to save my life. Cyberpunk being an example. And so like my personality kind of just melds better for it. But yeah, I just like if somebody else can keep them busy, and then when I want to go back to it, I will. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know.
For one, I do not have any like real feelings on it. I don't think I could do polyamorous or polygamous. Is that the word?
I think it's polygamy
Polygamy? Poly
or
something.
have a
I don't.
polygamous relationship.
Sounds like
I
you're
have,
having an alchemical reaction or
bro.
something.
I have no like people. The people that can do it, yo, shout out to you. I just don't see myself with more than one woman just because that just sounds like a lot of stress. Like a lot.
I think that it's a jealousy thing too. Like for me, I don't get jealous. I'm not a jealous type. Like I don't care what you do when you do it. Whatever. So yeah, like for me, I think that you have to find a whole bunch of people that aren't jealous, and then it makes like a pretty easy thing. But yeah,
Yeah, y'all got to be really secure, like
You
super
do,
secure.
you do, because I'm not going to put entirely all my business out there, but I will admit that I lean more towards a relationship that is able to communicate with one another what you want. So if I'm in a relationship with you, I am going to tell you exactly what I want, and I would like for that person to tell me exactly what they want, so that we can make a relationship work.
do you think?
Um,
Do you think I think this is a question for both of you? If your wife or you're in a relationship now, you know, right or nah?
I am.
Yeah. If your girl came up to you and said, "Hey, I want,"
Hell no.
Yeah,
Shut
you
that
ain't
down
even
real
let him
quick.
finish.
I'm
Wait,
just asking. I was just
is it
curious.
another woman or another dude?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it does
It's just
matter
it's just a,
actually.
it's just a concept,
Especially since
really.
about the food.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the concept of it, really. Do you like if she came to you and be like, "Hey, like whatever,"
I
and
don't
actually
think I
sit down with
understand
you?
whatever.
I don't know what I mean by whatever
Any
either. But
specifics?
no, like if she just came up to you and was like, "Hey, hey, like I kind of want to do this," like the whole like seeing other people, but us still being a part of that. Do you think you could do that, or do you think you would be like, "No, I think we should go our separate ways"?
So,
Because you have to. If one wants one and the other doesn't, then it's obviously it's up for failure.
so I
I,
think if it was, I could probably do open relationships. Like, I don't really see a big deal with that. I don't need to do it though. Like, I have no need or want to do it, but I could probably do it.
Right.
Being in a polygamous relationship, like where we're all living together,
You don't have to all live together. That's not like something that's a part of that culture. I don't think.
I feel like you would. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, I've seen it where like people have two wives, three wives, four
Oh yeah, for
wives.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't. I couldn't do that. I feel like that would be too draining on me. I'd be like, look, I can't make
Same.
you
I
all
could.
happy at once, like, and then dealing with so many emotions all at once, like, not just their emotions, but my emotions too. They would have to deal with me, and they would deal with me differently. It's just a lot of work. I couldn't do it,
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole living together thing.
and
But
then have kids on top of it. Oh no.
hi, mom. 247.
It's interesting because I feel like we're talking about the the stresses or the complications of what that implies, but not once has I have I heard if you're in a relationship with someone and like Professor said, they came up to you and told you like, hey, this is what I would like. This is what I need from you if we're going to continue. And the 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 other thing that does seem to happen often is people are afraid to have serious conversations and they end up cheating, right? And then when
Right.
people cheat, that spreads all kinds of STDs, HIV. It spreads all kinds of terrible um, it causes hurt, pain, frustration. Even in some cases, it can break up families, right? Versus having a conversation or having a talk. And I think the problem is that we don't talk enough in our relationships. We do a good job of talking about, or at least in some relationships, people talk about serious matters, right? But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, like sometimes people won't even share with their partner what their fantasies are or what they would like to do with them because they're so concerned about one, what they would say or think or being rejected. Even in marriage, people or not marriage because I've never been married, but while engaged, I was asking the right questions.
Oh,
And
I'm so mad. I'm sorry. We can't even put polls in the chat, and I wanted to see a poll of what everybody else would say.
you can't put a poll.
Hey, one's for if you could do polygamy, and two, well, actually, one for monogamy and two for polygamy. But go ahead, Ian.
Uh, so yeah, long story short, I just feel as though we're not discussing enough about is it impossible to love more than one person at a time because you don't
It's
have to
not.
necessarily. I didn't hear what you said, Rainbow.
It's not. I mean, you love who you love. You love them how you love them. You don't love people in the same way.
True.
So it is definitely possible to love more than one person at a time. Also, people give you. So sometimes one person can't give you everything you need. And it's not a matter of physical or it's not a matter of mental. And sometimes you need those two aspects to kind of give you completely what you need. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. And it's just a matter of, having those conversations, being open about how you feel, what you want. And honestly, if you can't have those open conversations and be willing to say how you feel without feeling like you're being judged or, just not shying away from it. I mean, the things can work for you or it'll work against you. It just depends on what kind of relationship you have. I mean, you kind of are able to gauge your partner to kind of see like if that is something that they're into. I mean, heck, sometimes they might surprise you. So
No, for sure. I agree. I do agree with all that. 100%. You do. You can. I think you can love more than one person for sure. Like exactly what Rainbow said. But I don't want to love more than one person.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that's what it
But
comes
but that's
down
the
to for me.
conversation. Yeah, I mean that's the conversation that we had really. Because
But
what does that entail
I
for?
guess I never answered your question because you said if my wife had asked me if she wanted to do if she said she wanted to do this and she needed, I would try it. I would
That's
definitely
important.
try, but I
I
would
think
be
that's
like,
important.
I would definitely have to figure out real quick if I'm able to do this or not.
I think
Not
it
just
also
being an
becomes
adult.
like a trust thing. That's a trust thing. That's a communication thing. That's a think if you don't have those anyways, you're set up to failure anyways, right? Like if you don't have those core components,
Mhm.
it's kind of like the building blocks of a relationship.
I believe it would be wise to have like uh what's it called? Like an
Like a
not a
safety net,
marriage counsel. How say again?
like a safety net, like a
Well,
therapist or something.
yeah, it's like a therapist in your relationship or in your life, especially if you're working towards marriage or you have kids that are in your life. I think it would be wise to have that someone that is not involved be a part to kind of clear up anything that cannot really be worked out. But then at the same time, if you can't handle being with one person, is obviously you're going to have problems with
You
more
stop
than.
attacking me, please. Thank you.
Sorry about that, brother.
Emotional damage.
Also, I just want to bring this up. We've been doing this podcast for 3 months now.
Hey, let's go.
Really?
Yeah, 12 weeks.
Been
Let's
fun,
go.
guys. Is that the last question or was there one more?
I think there's one more.
There is one more. The last question is, what experience in life do you think drove you to the person you are today?
Ooh, I got this one. For me, for sure, the the thing that drove me into being the person that I am currently today is being told that I lacked confidence and that I did not have what it took to be secure within myself, and I focus really hard on learning about what confidence is. How does one become more confident? I learned that I already was confident, but I wasn't confident in a way to externally express it, and that I also needed to grow in my confidence. So hell yeah, I'm very proud of where I am, and it was because several people kept telling me, "Oh yeah, Yannick lacked confidence," and that's what changed for me.
I think failure was for me. I think multiple times of failure. And then also I think like that change like starting over, starting fresh was like a huge building block for me. Like going from like where I went to high school to where I went to college, like just was an eye opener. And I got to be a new person. I got to do what I wanted to do. I could create the story that I wanted to create. So yeah, like moving, traveling, it helped me a lot in terms of being who I was, and also again failure, just messing up to figure out what I can and can't do. Because I was actually a pretty shy person, um, in like younger school years. Like I would talk a lot, but it would always be like random and like make it didn't like it wasn't the cool way of doing it. It was just kind of like, and then eventually, like once I got to like high school, I was like, I found like my niche, and sports helped and all that stuff. But yeah, confidence I think is important for everybody. I think that's an age thing, though. I think that's just like a part of growing up and finding who you are as a person. And I think that that was probably for me too.
The one thing that made me shoot. I mean, there's a multitude of things, but I will say that getting married changed me a lot. Let me not say getting married. Meeting my wife changed me a lot. I'll go with that because, hmm, how can I say this? I was a hoe.
Dude, me too.
I
Talk,
was
talk
definitely
about
a
it.
hoe. I was a
Preach.
hoe before I met my wife, and it was like one of those things that like I met her and it was like, all right, she's really cool and can't mess up a good thing. So I think I changed a lot just because of that. Yep.
I think a lot of things that we do as a kid, or like younger, like young adult years, we don't know who we are, so we kind of just dabble in everything and hope for the best. And then once you get older, you kind of find your like lane to stay in, and you thrive at that.
But it's good to dabble, right? I
There's
think it's
nothing wrong with dabbling, but there's
right.
also but that's kind of like what you do as a younger self. You know what I mean? Like you
Emo
had
stage, having kind of like your punk stage and just your rebellious stage, and then to be in your shy stage. All of those are
but
really
like you
nice.
What
said,
are
you
we
had confidence.
considering younger self and dabbling?
I'm talking like middle school, elementary, high school stuff like when you start figuring out who you are as a person, and that usually happens around like middle school to high school is usually when you find out like you start figuring out what path in life you're willing to take and stuff like that. At least for me, I did a lot of growing up in high school, um, and figuring out who I wanted to be as a person. But I really didn't even find that out until I was well out of college. It
Shoot, to
was
be
just
honest,
getting that path.
I'm still finding out stuff.
For sure. Yeah. But
But I
like
got a great foundation right now. So
I
like
like Yano said, I think he always had confidence. He just needed to figure out the lane that he could use to where he could voice it. You know what I mean? So
used to get all the shorties up. Didn't even know it.
he
What?
literally said that he was afraid for because your hair, man. Like
Nah, it was don't be fooled, y'all. It was BTG. He was
Yo,
the one.
Yano used to get all the baddies. I'd be like, yo, she like you,
Don't,
bro. He'd be like, you
don't
think
let
so?
him
I'd be
lie.
like, yeah, bro. Like, what are you talking about? She gave
it
you
was
them eyes. And he'd be like, no, she didn't. I'd be like, yeah, she did. He
That's
got
still
all the
funny.
happens.
baddies.
It still happens that way, just all the time.
Good times. I will admit that. I thought BTG was gonna say, "Oh yeah, what finally changed my way of living and changed me into the person I am today is when Yano Nick almost ran me off the road when we was teenage."
To be honest, that did change me a little bit. I was like, bro,
What it's
I
crazy though
almost
because
died.
like I was at peak performance and it like my first year of college. I was like like I was muscular, I looked good, I felt good. But like now in my 30s, I feel like I feel better. Like I feel more confident. Like me going to the gym, like I could keep up with these kids that go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like I'm at the best I've ever been now, and I think it's just I know who I am now in terms of
30's the new 18, bro.
nah 30 is
Hey,
elderly. We already that's a
Nah,
Twitter
bro.
discussion.
I
No,
don't
no,
care
that
what
was a
Twitter
Twitter
says.
discussion.
I don't care what Twitter says.
Bad Bat Gang, yeah.
gang, low laser. Rainbow, how about you?
Gosh, I didn't think about this. um, I would say probably my mom allowing me to discover things on my own and figure out who I am on my own. Like many parents try to, tell their children, like, don't do this because this is going to happen. But just because your experience was that doesn't mean that mine is going to be. And so she allowed me to kind of navigate through life and try things on my own. And if I had questions about anything, I asked her. Um, we've always had a very open household, so
That's
that's
awesome.
probably why
That's such a
I am the way that I am.
honestly that's like one of the things that I really want to bring to my parenting is just that open household. Let them figure out within like measures or within like parameters of learning. Like if they want to try weed, if they want to try like drinking or whatever, like do it within like a healthy household so that they can avoid doing like heavy drugs. They can avoid like all these negative things because they have that foundation of being like, come to me first and let's talk about it.
That's interesting because I don't know what it's like to be a parent. All three of you are parents at different stages and levels. And it's interesting because I almost feel like I can't throw my hat in the ring to discuss anything related to parenting. However,
Bro,
I
it's like
believe
it's like an 18-year boss fight.
18 year boss
Just constant hands, just 24/7.
fight. But I think you guys, I think
I like the sound
Literally.
of that. I'm only at 1.5 years.
It is an 18-year boss fight. Like
It's so funny though because like
just different phases. Every year is a different phase.
Paisley's at the age now where she just like says the craziest things and like she just roasts me all the time, right? Like that's just what she does. Is she just like finds things and she just roasts me in public. It's just the weirdest.
No.
But at the same time, like I don't think I could do it without it. You know what I mean? Anymore. It's just such a weird. You just, you know what I mean? So
Just imagine like you telling your kids to go wash their hands because their hands are dirty, and they be like, "Your mama dirty." That's what
yeah,
my kids do to me. I'd be like, "What?" Like that's your girl?
Your
What
mama's
you
a
talking
hoe.
about? Like what? Oh, my
Yeah.
kids, they're too funny.
Yeah, I don't have a teenager though, so we'll see how that changes
That's
in the long
funny.
run. Really be raising teenagers.
But yeah, I think that's it for today's show, man. I think we had a good time. I hope everybody else had a good time.
Yeah, I had a
Oh
blast.
yeah,
Thank you guys so much
shoot.
for being here.
We want to do games coming out this week.
Yes.
The only thing coming out right now is Doctor Strange. That's it.
On my brain right now.
Yeah.
Might be frozen for a little bit, guys. It's
Um,
okay.
Good. You got my good side of my nose. Thanks.
It's okay. All right. So, games coming out this week. Oh, okay. Sifu Vengeance Edition. Has anybody played Sifu yet?
No, I
Oh
haven't.
No.
my god.
Go
The
ahead.
game of my
How was
existence. I rage every time I play.
it?
Well, the Vengeance Edition is coming out.
They don't
today.
need vengeance.
They do.
It's already vengeance.
Apparently, it adds all types of new stuff that it helps with that. But yeah, Dungeon Defenders Awaken on PS4, Loot River for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, and PC. Overcooked All You Can Eat on Stadia. Wait, Stadia is still a thing?
Yeah, this is what I'm excited for. Trek to Yomi. It's on Game Pass. It
Trek
looks
to
really
Yomi
cool.
on everything except
Yeah.
Switch. And then Among Us Ejected Edition on everything.
They really do be keeping that afloat. I don't know how, but
Bruh.
they keep that afloat.
Ooh,
She called you
child.
fat yesterday? Dude, no.
Oh, my kids call me fat all the time. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
bro,
I don't think they understand how strong I am right now. I don't think they want to do that.
I don't think they care. Like, that's the
I'm
thing.
waiting for her to get to the age to be like, I'll call CPS, but try me. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna call it for it. Call them for you. Here, I got them on speed dial.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining the show. Checking us out. Please make sure you hit that follow button, so we can get to affiliate for this channel. We'll be here every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Do we have a show next week, guys?
That's a great question. I will answer that in a second. Are we rating someone this today?
yeah.
Let's find somebody to raid, and
I have some suggestions if you're interested in hearing them out.
Also, guys, make sure to follow
put them in chat.
make sure to follow the Discord, guys, so that you guys can ask us questions. Anything you guys want, we're pretty much open book. I'm at least an open book, so.
And please join the Discord. It's a fun time. And
I'll
yeah,
spice up my questions for next time then, since y'all want to be open books.
yes, please. We're
Yeah,
a
I'm
little bit too open sometimes.
Where's the links? Oh, right here? No, that's not it.
Where can we find you, Yano?
Oh, right. You can find me at NK_Yanonick at twitter.com. Or you can follow me over on Twitch at YANONICK Yanonick.
Yeah, you better be lucky you don't have kids. Your kids would be roasting you right now over that every time.
Yo, Dax, where can we find you at, man?
Oh snap! Hey guys, Professor Dexter, all one word on Twitter, Professor_Dexter on Twitch. Thank you guys so much if you guys follow. We're gonna be playing some more, probably some rank to diamond. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. And also, all the links are on the Twitch and on the Twitter. So if you guys want the hover and the Discord and all that stuff, I tried to look for the Discord on Night Kids and I couldn't find it.
Oh, and fun fact, I won't be available. We talked about it a while ago, and next week is one of the weeks that we will not, or at least Yano won't be available to do next week's podcast.
Okay, so we may or may not have a podcast next week. We may get somebody to fill in. We'll talk about that before it comes up, and it'll be posted in the Discord and the events. You'll notice at the top, I post the events every week for the Discord, so you can keep updated in there. And Rainbow, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, X_Rainbow Kisses, or of course in the Discord of the Night Kids.
You can find me, Black and Tie Guy Plays on Twitch, and NK_BTG Plays on Twitter, and Black and Tie Guy Plays on IG. That's
Man,
it.
y'all look really good at this.
Yeah, it just sometimes it just rolls off the tongue.
That's because I don't put NK, I don't put underscores, I don't do any of that. I just one
I
word.
only have one, so
You said he only has one, so it looks like you guys are ready to raid. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later, and we're gonna hit this raid.
Raz Kid, about to raid out to Raz Kid, yeah.